Hello, everybody. This is Dee from Dee's Cute and Crafty, and I am back with another Christmas in July video. I am doing a series, and this is number 2. I have 3 DIYs for you. I try to bring you at least 3, but if the video's long, sometimes you just get 2. But I've got 3 today, and they are really easy and cute. So let's get going. You're going to need one of these little snowflakes. I have one of the wood slats from Dollar Tree. Those vinyl letters came from Walmart. My beads came from Hobby Lobby. I've got my Dixie Belle Barn Red. I have my Apple Barrel Green paint. I have some ribbon from Joann Fabrics. And I have 15 of the tumbling tower blocks from Dollar General, the bigger ones. And I have about 22, I have exactly 22 tumbling tower blocks. Actually, I lied. I don't have 22. I've got 25 of the tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree. So we're going to make a little sign. I'm going to start out by taking that wood slat from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to put 10 tumbling tower blocks on either side of that wood slat and 1 on each end. And then there's 3 that I'm going to hot glue together for separation of my 2 words. So, you guys, this is cute and easy as always. I try to bring you stuff that's affordable and easy to do. We're going to start by just gluing these together, hot gluing them end to end to end. And I'm using that wood slat to make sure I keep them as straight as possible. There was some glue on there, so I'm scraping that off. So I'm going to do that for both sides. And then I just marked with my pencil where I wanted those to sit. I put a line on each side of that wood slat so that these would go on even. So we're going to do some hot glue and some wood glue, making sure not to let the 2 touch. And then I'm going to line it up with those little pencil marks that I put on that wood slat, stick it down, and wipe off any of that wood glue that seeped through. Going to do the same thing on the other side. Just putting my end caps on to make sure that they're going to fit. This one had some hot glue down inside of it, so I had to scrape that out. And now it fits in there nicely. So we're going to do a little bit of wood glue, a little bit of hot glue, and get everything in place. I needed this wood slat to be a little bit wider than it was, so I just made it wider with the tumbling tower blocks, and I felt like it added a little something to it, a little more texture. So now I have my bigger tumbling tower blocks. You can see the difference in size from Dollar General. And I put my vinyl letters on to say Merry Christmas. And I'm going to do every other color alternating red and green. So I put my letters down and I'm going to get all of the letters painted green that I need. And then I'll go back and paint all of the letters red. But I'm peeling off my vinyl stickers before they get stuck to the point where you start peeling up the paint trying to get them off. So we're just going to paint a few, take off, paint a few, and then take off. Those came out nicely. Did the same thing with the red ones. Just painted a few red, then peeled off the sticker, painted a few more, peeled off the sticker. And you guys know I can't do anything without distressing, so I'm going to go back with my little gator sander and I'm going to distress all of my letters. I thought I would leave that wood slat just in the natural color, but I changed my mind and I grabbed my white paint and decided to go ahead and give it a coat of white paint just to make the letters pop a little bit more. And again, with that sanding, there I go. You guys, if it's not your thing, don't sand it. But I love it, so I do it every chance I get. Now I'm just staggering my letters. And then you see I have the snowflake placed on the 3 tumbling tower blocks. And all I did was glue those together in a row and then put my little snowflake on that. And I did leave that neutral because the beading is going to be neutral. I'm going to make a bead hanger and I'm not going to paint it. So it ties in to that hanger. Now I'm just making sure I have my letters where I want them. And I took my pencil and I made a little line by the M and by the Y and by the C and by the S so that I knew where to start the first and last letter of each word. And I glued down the first and last letter of each word to make sure that it was straight and even. And then I just filled in all the other letters. Now that that's done, I'm going to make a bow. I'm going to staple on my bead hanger. I'm going to tie my bow to the beaded hanger, and she's done and ready to be displayed. I love how it turned out, but I can't say for sure that that's my favorite. We'll see as the video goes on. I didn't make a decision yet, you guys. Sometimes it's hard for me to make a decision too. But as always, I need you to comment down below. Let me know which one you like the best out of the three. I am always interested to know what you guys think. This one is really cute though. There it is, all done. Finished DIY number one. This one can stand up, but I prefer to hang it. Unfortunately, this wall does not have a hook hanger. I usually just hang things up with thumbtacks for filming purposes. So I have it sitting, but it actually can hang up. Moving on to DIY number two, I've got some jute and some apple barrel black paint. I have my white paint from Hello Hobby, uh, two Sharpies, black and orange, and a piece of cardboard. And I have 3 sets of beads in different sizes. I've painted 2 sets of them white. One set was already white, and then I painted some black beads. We are going to make some beaded snowman ornaments. And I saw this on Kirkland's website, and I just had to recreate it and just put my own little touch on it. So we are going to make snowman ornaments, and these are super adorable, and they are my favorite of the three that I'll be showing you today. You guys, if you like this content, please don't forget to give it a big fat thumbs up. That lets YouTube know you're enjoying it. They share me out, others can enjoy it, and my channel grows. And for that, I'm always thankful. So I took my cardboard and I just made some little rounds with it. These are going to be the brim to the snowman's hat. So each set of beads is a different size. So each cardboard round is a different size to match the beads. And then I just put a hole in the center of the cardboard. These are really easy to do. And now I am just hot gluing them together after stringing them on some jute twine. I did double up my twine, and then I took some hot glue and I closed off one of the ends to make it easier to thread and to give myself a loop, as you can see at the bottom of the snowman. I just tied a knot just for decorative purposes at the bottom of the snowman. I just wanted that knot there. And now I'm going to take that cardboard round and string it at the top of the snowman. And then I'm going to take that black bead and string it on top of the cardboard round, making the snowman's hat. Just going to take my Sharpie. You could definitely use paint. I'm just going to take my Sharpie because it's easier to control and just make some dots for the eyes and the mouth. And then I'm going to take my orange Sharpie and make his carrot nose. I did glue all my beads together so that they didn't move around on that jute. Now, the reason you have a loop at the bottom is because I am going to make a tassel. So I took about 10 pieces of jute and I just loop them through the little loop at the bottom. If you feel like your loop is too long, just keep tying knots until it becomes the size that you want it to be. I ended up having to tie another knot. So then I just threaded that twine through the loop, just like threading a needle, and then I folded it over. I took another piece of twine and wrapped it around the top of that twine to make my tassel, and now I'm just trimming it up. I tied it off, I added a little bit of hot glue, and I am just trimming it up. So here you see that I am doing a buffalo check bow. I decided at the last minute that I wanted a bow on the snowman. So I'm just going to tie that bow. Then I'm going to take that jute cord at the top and I'm going to thread it through the back of that bow and add some hot glue to keep it in place. Then I'm going to take it and make a loop at the top. So I'm going to take that piece of jute, loop it over, stick it back down in the bow, and hot glue it to get that loop. And that way you can hang it. Here is finished DIY number 2. I love how these turned out. They are really cute. The Kirkland's website did not have the buffalo check bow on them, but other than that, it's a pretty good dupe. I love how easy they are, and you could just make a ton of them and put them on your Christmas tree. If you decorate with snowmen and you love snowmen, this is the one for you. Super easy to do. Moving on to DIY number 3, I have this fur ribbon from Big Lots. I've had it in my stash for a while. I'm still using my Christmas tree ribbon from Joann's. I have one of the um, sackcloth towels from Dollar Tree. I've got some little green bells from Dollar Tree and one of my leftover Easter signs from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to start out by measuring out this sackcloth. It's like a sackcloth dish towel. And I'm just going to measure it out, get the amount of fabric that I need from this, and put the rest aside. I'm sure I'll figure out something to do with it. And then I'm just going to take my Mod Podge and give this sign a really good coat. I did go back and I put craft paper on the other side of this sign just to keep it nice and neat and give it a finished look. So now that I've got my Mod Podge down, I'm going to lay down my piece of fabric using my brayer to smooth everything out. And I'm also going to give the top of this sign some Mod Podge, Mod Podge as well. Or is it Mod Podge? I don't, you guys know what it is. And because I can't stand to wait, I use the heat dryer thingy and I just dried it with that. I started out trimming off the edges with my scissors, but realized that my X-Acto knife would do a better job after changing the blade, of course, because it wasn't doing such a good job to begin with. But I changed the blade and this trimmed out really nice. Now I'm cutting out the gnome's beard and I'm cutting it from the back of the fur fabric or fur ribbon, as you can see. And you cut it from the back so that you don't get really blunt edges. If you want it to be light and wispy and hair-like, you've got to cut it from the back of the fur. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just playing around with it to get the look that I want. Trimming it up a little bit because it was a little too long. Now I'm adding my hot glue and I'm just going to get that glued down. This gives it some dimension by adding that fur and adding the bell for the little pom-pom puff at the top. It just gives it a little bit more dimension and more texture, and I love those things when I'm crafting. I love dimension and texture, so that's why I do it. So now I'm going to take my ribbon and make a 6-loop bow, 3 loops on either side. I am going to make my dovetails. I'm going to pinch everything together and tie it off with some jute twine. To all my new subscribers, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for choosing D's Cute and Crafty. I'm so blessed and happy to have you here. And to all of my ride or dies that have been with me from the very beginning, I love you so much. Thank you for coming back for each and every video. You guys are amazing. So now I've got my bow done. I put 2 holes in the top of the sign because I like to tie my bows on if at all possible. So I'm just going to get that tied on. I'm going to put the same jute cord hanger on this sign that it came with because I kept it. And this one is ready to be displayed. Again, I did go back and I covered the back with brown craft paper so that it looks nice and neat and finished, just in case I decide to give it away. Lost a little bit of footage there at the end, but here is finished DIY number 3. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. I had so much fun putting these together for you. Again, nice, quick, easy, and affordable Christmas in July DIYs. Even if you don't do them now, you're getting a preview so you can go out and gather the things you need so you'll be ready to craft in December. Or actually, you should probably start in November. And here is the final reveal of everything I've made for you today. I love how all of them turned out. I always do. Well, 98% of the time. I love how they all turn out. But I had to go with the little snowman ornaments. I don't know what it is about snowmen. I usually just go for those. I love them so much. So anytime I do a snowman DIY, it's hard not to choose it. I have to make myself not choose it so that I can choose something else. But I'm going to go with the snowman for this one. And these were quick. You could make a ton of these really fast. That'd be cute to give a set away as a gift. That would be nice. So you guys, I'm grateful you're here. Thank you for stopping by. As always, be blessed, stay safe, and I hope I've inspired you to craft something beautiful today. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.